everybody. I just thought I would share with you this morning that the girls and I are going to make some bird feeders. You saw in the last video where we moved our birdhouse, and today, well, it's been rainy and cold here for the last few days, so we haven't done this, but it's going to be warmer for the next week and no rain for the next couple of days at least. So we're going to make these bird feeders. We have a pan full of bird seed here. This is just a large baking pan. And this little, I've put the bird seed in it that we got here. Each of the girls has a toilet paper roll, and we've put some string on there. And we had some whole wheat bagels that were going stale. So the girls are going to coat these things with some peanut butter, and then they're going to roll it in the bird seed, and we're going to hang them up outside and see what kind of birds we get out there. And then we're going to study whatever birds come our way so we can find out what kind they are for our homeschool. What happened?
I ate a piece of bird food.
You got bird seed in your mouth.
I went to go lick the peanut butter. I went to go lick the peanut butter off my hand, and I got bird food in my mouth.
Okay. Little tip, guys. Don't lick the peanut butter off your fingers when you're making these.
I'm gonna go wash my hand. I got it.
Nice.
Where do I put it since, well, I did extra school yesterday.
We'll paint in a little while, yeah.
Whoa.
So Alyssa's covering hers. That's on the empty toilet paper roll.
I'm gonna go wash my hands for this. Mommy, don't do it. I need to do it.
Okay, well, you don't need to wash your hands yet if you're not finished. I think the bagel ones look great.
Yeah. They don't taste great, though. This is so fun, because I get to scoop it in. I'm going to get a spoon, Mama.
A spoon?
My favorite part is spreading the peanut butter. My favorite part is actually putting the seeds in. Mine is too.
Look, Alyssa, you can put 2 fingers in there and roll it around. Adelie's got her fingers inside there, and Chloe spread the peanut butter on.
I'm coated mine. Birds like peanut butter. I think. They do.
That's probably about as good as that one's going to stick. You may want to start on your bagel. Just put it on your plate. Oh.
Now to hang this.
You could put it on that little branch just above your head, or you could, like I said, take the string and tie it. Double tie it, yeah.
Then I'm going to climb the tree and hang the other one up higher. You're going to have to hand it up to me when I'm up there.
We have all the dogs out here to assist because they smell the peanut butter.
just gave her the plate to lick. Here, hand me, I want this one to hang first.
Be careful.
I will. Chloe, I'm already hanging mine.
These girls are professional tree climbers.
Over here.
Oh no.
Mama.
Well, we need to pick it up before we go in.
Can you get a branch down that's flimsy so I can hang it? Oh.
Yeah, I'll tie it. So here is our bird house that we moved, and Chloe hung one of her bird feeders right there, her bagel, and we got to looking, and just right up here we actually have another bird's nest. So hopefully soon we'll be able to find how many different types of birds we can attract and what kind. Okay. Sheep pan pancakes, guys. What I do for sheep pan pancakes in the oven pancakes, is I start with 4 cups of pancake mix. And this is what I use. I get this in bulk from Sam's for my family. And I start with 4 cups of that, and I just add water to my desired consistency here. You could certainly make your own, and if you're going to do that, just start with 4 cups of your flour before you add in your sugar and things. So I do this, and then here I have my pan. Now this is like a 15 by 17 pan or something like that. It's not your standard like 9 by 13. The regular size cookie sheets is a little bit bigger. If your family is not as large as mine, I'm feeding usually 8 to 9 people. If you're only feeding 4 or 5, you could definitely do the smaller pan and 2 cups of your pancake mix. So all I'm going to do is just mix this well, and then I'm going to pour it into my pan, and I've lined this with parchment paper to make the cleanup easier. I do that a lot. I'll go back in and scrape all my bits out here in just a second, but you're going to pour it in and spread it out, and then you're going to put it in your oven, your preheated oven at 375 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes. And here we are, all set up for breakfast. I've pulled the pancakes out. They did take 15 minutes. I buttered the top and cut them. It's made 12 large pancakes. And I also have here some of this yogurt for people who might want some of that. This is coconut flavor. We enjoy that yogurt. And some bananas and sausage for people who want options. Okay guys, now this morning I'm making sheep pan scrambled eggs, and I'm going to make these to go into little breakfast sandwiches. I'm making some sourdough English muffins. You can get that recipe from Lisa over at farmhouseonboone.com or the Farmhouse on Boone YouTube podcast. All I've done is I have mixed up 12 eggs with half a cup of milk, and I've got it in my little sheet pan, just a standard size cookie pan that's like 9 by 13, and I've put it on my parchment paper. This will bake in the oven at 450 degrees for about 15 minutes. Okay, here we are. We have 12 squares of scrambled eggs, some sourdough English muffins all fried up. I'll split those in the middle, and people can put cheese and sausage and whatever else they may want on them. For quick assembly here for lunch for us today.